Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter. Here on this channel, we focus on fixing those kinks in your practice by giving you some education, some knowledge, so that you can boost your confidence and hopefully have those positive transformations happen. And today, it is all about boosting that knowledge because we're going to look at shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, supported shoulder stand, they're almost interchangeable, right? But I would highly recommend getting some blankets, getting some towels to put down, because when we do that, kind of takes some of the, strain off of the back of our neck there. So please go ahead and roll out your mat, and I will roll the intro screen. So before we start, I just really want to mention that this pose is excellent to help you de-stress. It really sends that parasympathetic nervous system into gear, helping to calm you and relax you. And the whole theory kind of behind this, from what I've read, comes from a book called The Science of Yoga by William Broad. And he talks about how when your chin kind of presses down towards this chest area, that plus also it being an inversion as well, the localized blood pressure here in your carotids, in your neck, sends these little signals to your brain thinking, oh no, we're going to pass out. We need to calm down. And so then it tricks your parasympathetic nervous system into actually happening in kind of high gear. So it really has these calming, very soothing, relaxing effects on your body. So let's take a look. Again, blankets and towels if you need them. Also, maybe pushing your mat towards a wall so that you can walk your feet up the wall. That helps as well. Laying on down. So, good marker here is shoulders pretty much in line with the top of the blanket, top of the towel, whatever it may be for you. Okay, so I do not recommend doing this posture while, I'm watching it or you're watching it. Really just focusing on taking it in and then doing it afterwards, because you really don't want to tax these cervical vertebrae in your neck. And that's what this is all about, right? Is having these blankets here to help, not to put any strain or pressure on your neck. And so when you lift your legs and you invert your legs, and then you're also looking over to the side, it really is putting strain on your neck. So doing one thing at a time, watching the video, and then keeping your neck nice and straight, and then attempting the posture is probably the best thing. So head nice and straight. Remember, refrain from looking left or right. And what I like to do is have my knees bent, and then first just tick-tock my knees back and forth just a little bit, because we're going to need this motion a little bit later to really kind of bring those shoulders under. So however you would like to, walking your feet up the wall or just gently pressing off, whatever you feel is best. So first, coming on up, and you can place your hands on your low back. You just bend your knees and kind of relax and stay right here. So before we elevate those legs on up, there's a lot that needs to happen in our shoulders. So I suggest almost rolling your shoulders back just a little bit, and this will create some space in your neck as well. And as you do this, you notice that you can kind of walk those shoulder blades in, rolling those shoulder blades back, and this will automatically start to, encourage your legs to come up some. Again, hands on your low back, and as you wish, you can extend on up. Now, if your legs are right about here, that's fine. You're still getting the same benefits. They don't need to be piked straight up. So really just focusing on what those shoulders are doing for now, right? And eventually, you can straighten everything out Then bring those legs on up. So your hips here, kind of tailbone area, we always talk about kind of tucking that tailbone, right? So instead of having your butt out, it's this tucking and scooping, which encourages almost an external rotation of your legs, but you want to keep them in. So engaging those inner thighs is kind of really one of the best things here. So gently engage those inner thighs, pointing those feet if you wish. And then breath, right? Breath is always super, super important. Eventually, you can release and come back down. So this posture can also be substituted for bridge. If you don't want to do, your full shoulder stand, you can just lift your hips up and come into bridge. That's always a nice modification as well. Again, if you've not tried this with the blankets before, I highly recommend it. Sometimes making that 90-degree angle from, our kind of thoracic area directly into the cervical area in your spine is pretty hard, if you're not really warmed up or if you haven't been doing yoga for a long time. And depending on the shape of your body as well, sometimes you have an actual vertebrae pressing into the mat, giving it even kind of more tension and stress, which it doesn't even need. So just definitely pay attention to that. I highly recommend doing the supported version here as well. So thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly, greatly appreciate it. From my heart to all yours, namaste.